Welcome back to my channel, guys. For another first impression video. Gosh, I couldn't speak there. It's time for an observation log of my fiance, who calls herself a Villainess. It's a very long title, but pretty much says what it says. It follows the story of a prince who is observing his fiance, who at a young age claimed to him that she was isekai or reborn or has memories of her past life, and she knows essentially what's gonna happen because she's played this as a game, an auto game. So before anything else, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. And it looks like the mailman is just passing by because my dogs are barking. But anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe. I do have quite a bit of first impressions already out. There's more to come. I'm going to try to do my best to do as many as possible this season. There is a lot, so try my best to get those out. I do appreciate the love and support that you guys do continue showing here. So do continue showing it because it does help a lot. So so Berthia is reincarnated into her favorite anime game, and essentially she knows what's gonna happen. Now she is the Villainess, and the story kind of is following more through the life of the prince, less of the life of her, which is a little bit different. Typically, we see it through the eyes of the one that got reincarnated, but we're seeing it by the eyes of who is the one who wasn't reincarnated, who is part of the game, and is noticing that she's kind of odd about it and, you know, kind of weird. So, first part of the episode, they meet for the first time. They're kids. I think she's like 9 and he's 10. And like, she out of the blue tells him that she basically has memory of her past life and she knows what's going to happen, and she's going to do her best to be the best Villainess because she wanted him to be as happy as possible, and he's going to basically find someone else and going to be with that person. And she's spewing all this information to him, and he's looking at her like, what in the world? Now, little things to know about the prince. The prince actually is a genius for his age. He's very smart. He is doing innovations with math and all different things in the kingdom. He is a very analytical person. So he doesn't just blow it off as a crazy person, but actually takes the time to listen and give the ability of maybe she is not lying, right? So he kind of is intrigued by her, but he does comment on her physical appearance. Now, she is a little bit on the overweight side, and according to her, that is her character in the game. She's just an overweight character, and that creates a little bit of jealousy and also friction between her and the new girl that's going to show up, who's pretty and so on and so forth. Now, she still gets offended about it, and she leaves inside, and for a whole year, they don't see each other. A year passes, they're older, she's about to be 10, and he is, I think, 11 already, and they meet again, and she is completely transformed. She went into a diet, she's been running. In fact, he offers sweets to her, and she's like, I don't want them, and he's like, it's okay. This one was made with low sugar, right? So he himself knew what was going on because he sent people to spy on her and make sure that she was okay, make sure that she wasn't doing anything weird, right? And stuff like that. So they interact again, and essentially she confesses to him that she now knows that her mom is going to die. Is going to die very soon. There's going to be a disease, and there's going to be a scarce of herbs to make medicine for the entire kingdom who is infected. So her mom's going to be one of those persons who doesn't get the medicine, and unfortunately is going to die. And again, the prince is just looking at her like, okay, let me just get more information. Like, what is the herb? And she explains what the herb is, and he's like, yeah, that's not something that we usually have lots of, but we can grow it. And she goes away, and he basically makes a mission to himself, and he grows this plant. He finds his attributes. He studies stuff. Like, he is working so hard to actually make an antidote of the medicine before the infection ever happens. And yeah, he's actually very successful about it. He convinces doctors that they're the ones that invented it, so on and so forth. And the disease does not spread. It stays contained because once it's figured out, the doctors already know how to cure it, right? So she comes the next year and she's like, my mom didn't die. I don't know what happened, but she didn't die. He explains to her the entire story. Like, this is what happened. Like, I put myself to work, basically. And two things through this happen. One, he is kind of now believing her because she predicted this disease. She predicted not the disease, just the disease, but also the antidote to it. Two, he's grown a lot stronger in his thinking, because up to this point, nothing was really challenging him. But now that he's being challenged by what he might know of the future because of her, he created this potion that basically heals all things, which is kind of a weird potion, but it heals all things according to him. So yeah, that is basically a thing. He gives her the potion. It's a blue heart, and that, in a nutshell, is a little bit of what happens in the episode of the story. Now, after the end credits, we do get another scene, which is the other girl. The girl is going to be basically the one that takes him away from her. And she is doing something in the forest, and then out of a sudden, she just kind of has like this blank stare. And then she goes back into like herself, and she goes, I remember. And that is the end of the episode. So I'm going to assume that she is also reincarnated, which is because, yeah, I mean, if she's reincarnated and she's also played the game, what the heck? What is going to happen now? So, a few things about this one. Yes, it's a trope that has been used and overused and so on and so forth. The Villainess has happened before, where they change the story and they're like, well, how come everything is not happening the same? Well, because you're changing it, right? It's a used trope. I get it. But what I really like about this one is that it is in the perspective of an NPC, or at least NPC of the game, because we get to kind of see like almost the craziness of what the reincarnated characters look like to them. And yeah, it is a different take to it. I will say this one is more unique than others that I've seen. So I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10. I think this one is going to take us to another level of this trope, and it's going to do a good job about it. So go check it out. I am very excited about this one. Make sure you give it some love. There's only one episode out right now in Crunchyroll, and it's only subbed. So unfortunately, not dubbed. Maybe eventually, but not yet. So go check it out. Give them some love. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.